The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the former fourth-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. There to stop him, Juwan Bentley.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. A first carry for Leonard Fournette. And he powers his way up past the 30. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for a first.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Well, he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
This is James White. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
This is Sony Michel. He grew up a few miles north of here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. On 1st and 10, Stafford. He completes it right side to right. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
Boys, here we go. 36. Omaha, ready to move. Omaha, ready to move. 10. Ready.
The shotgun snap for Stafford. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Just beating the play clock. Stafford. And able to find Dorsett. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on third down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a first down throw. Stafford going right side here, and that's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time, and a first down. On the toss, here's White. And a good run as he manages 7 yards down to the 17. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
Here's Stafford now on second down. This is caught. His first catch, good for 16 and a first. Well, he did everything but get him in the end zone there, but now they're set up. Golden opportunity, strong opening drive, and they're knocking on the door.
And the way that they did it, now look where they are on the field. All right, this is naturally set up for a running play, isn't it? But with his ability to throw the football, his accuracy on this drive, you might want to think about a pass play in this situation.
Interesting. Time to find out. They'll run. This is White. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. Now it looks like we've got a Patriot down. Slow to get up. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. Michel on an island by himself in the backfield. 2nd and goal. They get it to him running left. And he is in. Touchdown, New England. Sony Michel, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Pats have taken the early lead. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games, and another good start to this one, out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
Gostkowski now out to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November. already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
And they work this well upfield across the 45. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw that on that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Alert! Jumbo! Super jump!
Working from the gun, Rodgers. And he'll get it down here to the 43. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Here's Matt Hawk now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Now the Patriot offense set to take over again. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division, looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. Here they come, 2nd and 10 now from the 10.
Hey, Jack 50 left. 21. Set. 280. 11. 4 down.
On 2nd and 10, Stafford. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Out of the gun, Stafford. He hits White, complete. That one goes for 29 yards on 3rd down.
And the key number on that play, 3. 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down, spectacular catch, turns into a first down.
First down saves him from a 3-and-out.
Wait, 7. Stay 50.
Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Patriots in possession to begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On first down at Stafford. He gets it into the hands of Gronkowski, complete. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Again, it's Stafford. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Norris. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Throwing again is Stafford. And he'll have his man. That's Edelman. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. Edelman's first catch, and it's good for a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Stafford now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10. To the air again, Stafford. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Back to the air, Stafford on 2nd down. Over the middle, complete. That's Norris. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The Patriot passing game is rolling. They've got another first down. Stafford on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Second and 10, Stafford again. Trying for Edelman again. This time he's got it. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. New England on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 7. Stafford looks to throw again. He rifles one that's intercepted. Cordray Tankersley with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent game, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. And when people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
After the penalty, it's Fournette. And he roams across the 20 to the 24-yard line. 8 yards on the ground there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 2.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed.
Oh, Fournette loses it. It's out, and the Patriots have it. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. They've got to find that good balance, carrying it firmly, yet at the same time under control.
Following the fumble recovery, Stafford. Quickly to Gronkowski. That's caught. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
40 got. 40 got. Tag 50, tag 50.
They'll run with White. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
New England on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. From the gun, here's Stafford. And a dump off to White. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. James White, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Patriots add on to their lead. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Gostkowski now out to kick it away. Jakeem Grant now to return. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. 1:58 to go in this first half of play. We'll come back to Miami after this. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Inside. Over. Check safety.
Rodgers will try again on 2nd down. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Chung. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon, so that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
4 down, tag 53.
After the interception, here's Stafford. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Dumps it off to Fournette. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
Hey, check 26.
Here's Rodgers. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll go down at the 28. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. Now we're going to get a timeout here called by the Patriots. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. If it was sunny, maybe this is a field goal attempt. But with the rain, they're going to go for it on 4th down.
319! 319! Over.
They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. He's got the lane, and there he goes. The 30. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Here comes Grant on the return. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. And out come the Dolphins now. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Throwing is Rodgers. Flushed out right. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. The intended receiver there, Kenyon Drake. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Rodgers. They'll roll him out right. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. As they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, check 26.
On 1st down, Rodgers escaping the pressure right. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
3 down. Inside.
On 2nd down, it's Drake. And he'll get this up to about the 40. call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave them with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
He can run for it, and he will. What can't Aaron Rodgers do? The legwork there getting him the first. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Rodgers now on 1st down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. So at halftime, it's the Patriots with the advantage. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Here comes Philip Dorsett now to return it. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Now it looks like we've got a Patriot down, slow to get up. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Hey, tag 53.
On 1st down, Stafford here. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Cordray Tankersley with a pick. Well, they needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Rodgers now on 1st down. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a 1st down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. A handoff to Fournette. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
I didn't have to stretch for this one. This is 4-down territory. They've got to get it in with the deficit that they're facing.
And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Returnable for Dorsett. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Patriots offense now, they work their way back onto the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. He got 29 yards that time. Now a toss play. This is White. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. To say they've kept him under wraps running the football, that's an understatement. He's been completely neutralized.
Yeah, they've essentially taken him out of the game, haven't they? And you know all the teams say, we're not going to let him beat us. Well, that's exactly what's happened here. They've lived up to that.
Hey, go here. 11-11.
Here's Stafford now on second down. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. He got 29 yards that time. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 23. And that'll set them back 5. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Set. 180. Hey, go here.
Stafford. He'll check this one down to Michelle. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A couple of big plays in succession there for the Pats. They're on the move. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Now a carry for White. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. James White with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Patriots add 6 to their lead.
We know that the big guys won't get the credit, Brandon. But we also know that that touchdown belongs to them. Excellent job of clearing the way for their running back.
Gostkowski now out to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here.
I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Trying to get the run game going. This is Fournette. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. The 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
They keep it with Fournette on first down. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Hey, check 26. Four down. Back two's the Mike. Back two's Mike. Jumbo!
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. Kyle Van Noy in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down. Here's Matt Hawk now as he's on to punt for Miami. The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went.
Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground. But I think the Patriots are going to hang on to the football. They do. They get it back.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
22!
On second down, here's Stafford. Wide open receiver complete. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. It's a big play there for the Patriots. 53 yards. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. Throwing is Stafford. And that one knocked away and incomplete. Nice job defensively on what will be the final play of the third quarter. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
Set! Lady!
Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Hey, tag 50 left.
Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down.
Hey, go here. Ready.
To throw again. Stafford. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 19. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
319. Hey, check 26.
Now a play fake here on first down. Rolling to his left. On the right side, open is Gesicki. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Brought in over the middle by Grant. And he gets it down to the 32. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
A good pickup there, a 22. This offense can certainly move quickly when they want to. 3 plays, 3 pass completions. In the blink of an eye, they've got a 1st and goal. And the ball is knocked out, and the Patriots have it.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. They'll start the drive with a give to White. He's got room to run past the 20. And finally brought down at the 34-yard line. That one 28 yards on the ground. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 30. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football, because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he gets it to the 30-yard line, but the football's not going to stay there. There's a penalty marker down. So that will push him back.
And now we know why I had a little extra space to run, don't we? An illegal block in the back, that penalty will move them back.
They go play action here on first down. And then a great field position here as the ball will be at the 15-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. That is caught inside the 5. And snapped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a first and goal. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. Aaron Rodgers with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Dolphins use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Bullock good on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. The Patriots gearing up to go now. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. Because if there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's White. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Big 20!
They keep it on the ground. White again. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup, so from a good situation on 2nd and 2, it's now 3rd and 1. Out of the gun, Stafford. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he's got this down to the 35. 17 yards there for the Patriots as they've got themselves a first down.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now a first down carry. It's Michel. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call. Mark off the 5 and keep it moving.
Following the penalty, it's 1st and 5, and you got to think offensively, all kinds of options. Following the penalty, Michel, and that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started.
That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that'll bring up second down. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. To throw on second down is Stafford. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Now the Dolphins are going to take another timeout here, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal.
Hey, tag 50 left.
He's going to get it running right. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Now they'll run it on the toss. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. One badly. It's no good. Wide left. And this score will stay right where it is. So they'll come away with nothing here. A disappointing result even on a day like this.
And as a kicker in the rain, you've got to slow things down a little bit. Give your holder an extra half second to make sure everything's secure. And here, he might have rushed this one a little, and it winds up no good.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. He's back to throw.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. And this one hauled in by Will Tye. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin 1st down. One final try now for Rodgers. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason McCourty. And that is going to seal this victory as time runs out. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here, coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays are going to be the ones you focus on. And that last play was one of them. The last shot had to take it, and they came up with the interception and sealed their victory.
So for New England, they keep pace for a playoff spot as they move to 7-3. And they'll return home next week to take on the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, for Miami, they're going the wrong way as this will drop them to 3-7 now on the year. And they'll be back home next week for a date with the Washington Redskins. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.